I'll bump just enough so that when I bring my hip down, I can twist it and turn into this like side coil here. And then from here, like if he stays, if I'm sideways like this and he stays in like a full mount this way, then he's kind of opened himself a bit to trap for like a half guard if he leaves this foot this way. So typically they're gonna go into more of like a, not an S mount, but like, yeah, I mean, I guess sort of an S mount when I turn here to keep me trapped. So if he stays this way, I actually wouldn't even need to do the double under. He's not really giving me space anyway, but I don't need it. I'll just run him over with a Daffy Duck. So here, like, if I need to trap this arm, I can just kind of post enough to make him put his weight on it, and then I'll grip it in here. Just kind of nice little double grip here is fine. And then Daffy Duck means I'm just going to be looking this way and running sideways like a cartoon character. So the coordination is kind of same thing. I kind of bump up, get myself sideways just enough, but he leaves this leg underneath me. So if he does that, I'm looking to get this leg to the ground here, and then once I can do that, this can step over. And if I can just flip this a little bit, now I'm already in quarter. But as I come back to center here, you see I trap one more of this leg, and now I'm in now we're playing half guard. Get sideways here. So here I'm being stubborn, I'm kind of holding onto my mount straight on this way. And that's where, if you're already sideways, if my leg weight is underneath here, yeah. If you need to kick this one out a little further just to get that leg over top of it, yeah, that helps. See how it's pinned now? Yeah. And I just run sideways and, yeah, block this arm. Trap that one. Oh, wow. Yeah. Damn, that's right here, you know, they want to keep you here centered and on your flat back, you know? So, you want the opposite. Like that's what you want, and then this one's gonna, the other leg, the far leg is gonna stomp over top to hook the foot, yeah. And so that's gonna catch my like lower leg and then trap it together in sort of a shallow half guard first. Boom. There, yeah, and then yeah, see when you push back in, you get that full guard deeper or that half guard deeper. Yeah. And now we're pretty much in half guard position. Because once I go here, once I go to my underhook to try to start leveraging you over, one of the ways you'll counter it is actually getting your head taller than mine. So if I stay here and I start to try and drape your body weight this way, I'm just gonna angle myself so that I'm essentially falling sideways with this kind of loose overhook, and then my knees are gonna come up into position to just kind of topple you over once you're stretched out. Yeah. So here, falling sideways, but I'm making sure my head stays above yours. Here, boom, and then the rest kind of is on the cake. And I can either do like my hands married, I kind of almost like doing the overlapping hands, like one here and one kind of here, because I do want this like, I want this tight enough like I do with the arm bar, so I almost want to be the depth up here to the point where I can almost touch your head to like take your temperature. And then that's where this kind of is going to take a bite, and this one's just overlapping here, so I've got really good tension on the shoulder ideally. So you might kind of be out here first, but as I bring this in, as I grab this, then that's kind of what I'm looking for. I want a nice big bite on this shoulder. And then once I have that, then I can actually go really either direction with this. So it seems like you would have this base to stop you if I were to take you that way. But in reality, if I use this shoulder like you do for the hip bump sweep, then when I take this over this way, I'm just kind of breaking it down until it's like face to the mat. And then the same mechanic with that tilt applies on the ButterFly. And then obviously, it's a little more obvious because that's your anchor on this side. You can take it to the same side as well, kind of similarly. Like, yeah. I mean, I'll show you. So we're here. I shoot my underhook. I get it nice and pinched up here where I want it. Here, overlapping hands, kind of get it nice, and I want this downward pressure going here. I don't know if I'm hurting your shoulder at all. I want this kind of downward pressure with some authority right here. And in the same way though, I'm just going to use this. It'll be a little weirder because I'm having to kind of pull it somewhat more, but I still want to take this shoulder of mine on the outside and sort of drop it to the mat this way. And then, again, these people just kind of happen. It almost feels a little scissory, but you're doing it from a butterfly position. Like that, and you'll kind of come up and you'll just turn it scissor sweep over. So that tends to be a really useful one. Obviously there are shoulder crunch attacks that you can start from there too. But in terms of getting the butterfly sweep from no-gi, that tends to be a good one to use. That's Gordon Ryan's favorite. Right. That's the overall. That's the Jean-Jacques sweep, as they say. That's like And you can do it the reverse. You can break the rules and be like, oh, try to sweep underhook side, or no, actually not. Have your head on the wrong side, but then you just have to drop lower than the shoulder. So that's a little bit of a different thing. We don't have to get into that today. But try that shoulder crunch. Okay. It's the hardest part's really getting into position. Once you have that, the sweep kind of just comes. So it'll be an underhook. Starting with an underhook, yeah, kind of grab it like a knee hook there. Yeah, that's better. So
is there a way
it's
to
still a
actually
little
like?
It's more the arm that you're coming from the outside. So you'll hook this, and then you want to make sure I don't have any of this play here to start coming around and messing. So the way you do that is you come over the top here, and then try as hard as you can, whether your arms are long enough or not. Try to bring this hand and take my temperature on my forehead. Oh, so if you got that, then bring this down to a control, like down to my shoulder, kind of whatever we make contact with, and then this hand just kind of bring it over top and bring that. Yeah, that sucks for me right now. Now I can't move for shit. So now it just depends. It kind of depends on my reaction, which way my hips go, but I'm pretty locked down right now. So the easy one is really just kind of take this and just keep driving it straight to the mat.
Go this way?
Yeah. Just take this and just drive it straight down. There, and then this hip is gonna, or this hook here is gonna topple me over that way. Essentially, once I'm like here, is where you're bringing it down here, and then see I have no weight. All my weight off my hips.
Just land right in the mouth.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty deep right there. Yeah. Let's wiggle around.
It's right in the case.
Oh yeah, actually.
In there.
Because you have this, you could go under my arm. Yeah, you could make that space you need. So, like, yeah, try to get this one underneath you if you can. But yeah, I'm so stretched out by then. Like, you did that correctly. You're pulling me long, basically, so that all you have to do is
if they base, just go the other way.
Right. Okay. Exactly. Especially the more suddenly, like, really sell it this way, and they're like, the more you sell it this way, it'll be just easy to tilt them right the other way.
That's right.
Yeah. Boom here, crunch, drive it down. I'm resisting, like the harder I resist, the more I'm springing.
Do I shift my hips that way? Or just?
Yeah, well, think about, yeah, keep the tension going toward the window there, but think about falling to your other shoulder and just turning your hips over with that part. Yeah, exactly. And you can pitch that down. Resisting, shoot. Good. And once it's at the sweep here, so here I'm actually going to change sides, and this is an area you'll find yourself, people passing, you end up kind of catching this weird spot sometimes, but I'm going to take the opposite side here, and I'm going to bring this in. It kind of helps if I do get some like forearm control here now. They're a little looser, but I'm going to jam this one here. And then once I'm here, this leg is going to, I don't really have to like scissor this leg so much. I'm just kind of using it to bring myself up. So it's going to go here, and I'm just going to bring this here. Bring that straight down. And then for you, obviously, that arm's going to be in a good spot to drop your case in.
It felt like, kind of like a lasso.
It did, yeah. It's the same. Boom, stretch it out. Yeah, this is where your control is. Make your space. Shoot that through. Yeah, keep that weight on. Good. That was better. Sit a little more solidly, I would say. Like,
put weight on there?
Yeah, like get to the spot. It depends on your body type, but yeah, wherever you feel like you can kind of kick it against my biceps. That feels good.
That's a little strong.
Yeah, that feels good right there. That's the best one you've done. Yeah. Now stop right there. So right here, sit down. Like just sit right on it. Yeah, that already sucks. That almost feels like when you set a bicep lock like that. And then you got that wrist lock right here. Wrist locks are legal in your division. And then see, it does not feel like I can come up here at all. So when you're ready, yeah, exactly. Make sure everybody knows. Take pictures, Instagram, whatever. Right. And then when you're ready, you can either reach this arm back to my head and pull it to you, and then you're just gonna strip that hip out and just keep that tension. Boom, and I'm in your case. Yeah. Exactly.
Man.